Greetings, I'm Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator, and today I'm just gonna mess around with shit at my table and just talk about whatever. Um, the live stream reservation has been deleted. I will not be doing live streams going forward. I'll be sticking to videos. And if I get a new computer after this one, we'll see. It's going to come down to what I can afford, but I'm I just don't want to deal with the issues that come with trying to live stream on a crappy computer. So, welcome to videos completely. So, there's a lot of shit going on, but I want to just kind of maybe be a distraction from that. So, let's find some fun things to talk about. Lately, I got more of these sci-fi coins, denominations of 1, 2, and 5. Always a big fan of like physical currency, especially when you can stack them. Or go to your local water fountain and skip them across. I find that nickels are the best in terms of weight, size, and distance. But I think quarters do a little bit better. I actually used to have a set of clay skipping stones. I think I used most of them, and then never bothered to get them out of the drainage ditch from the trailer park. Yeah, I got more coins for a idea with of trying to combine Cyberpunk 2020 with Syndicate, the PC game that I don't know why that video is getting more traction lately. Syndicate Plus, Pillar Plays PC games. Yeah, Cyberpunk 2020 meets Syndicate as a board game. Because I forgot how long ago I got these. But I still remember what I intended for them. Red, solo. Orange, rocker. Yellow, media. Green, nomad. Blue, cop. Purple, netrunner. Pink, techie. White, med techie. Gray, corp. And black, fixer. I do like these little meeples the way they are. They actually look more like people. Balanced a little bit better as well. But yeah, I've I really gotta go through all my old game ideas and figure out what I'm actually gonna work on. But it's hard to do. It's hard to get the motivation when it's been so freaking hot lately. This place is kind of crappy with regard to air conditioning. Yeah, I'll drink. And having it be so hot just kind of saps the motivation. But I try to find time where I can just work on stuff. But I just need to get my head out of the space of all the whatever shit's going on, VTuber wise. I'll say this though, I think it is the one time I actually tried to audition, and it was half-assed, and I knew for a fact there was no way I was ever going to get into anything like that. If I have, I think the video was on the previous computer before that went under, so um, there's, I don't think I can find the backup for that one. But maybe we'll see. I don't know. Not having to answer to anyone but me. It's probably feel better. So there's stuff. I brought this home the other day. I was gonna leave it at the game store in my locker. I wanted to try and run it. We ended up playing Dune Imperium instead, and noble houses, economic and military shit, close enough. But I don't know. Lately, I've just been kind of feeling it for this game. You know, I really would like to find a day to play it, but it is kind of tricky with some of the systems. Honestly, it's not nearly as hard as it looks. I was saying I'll just set this up and mess with it here. Oh yeah, there's a thing I did for it. Made a card for each player for this. Where's it? That way. You know how many domain markers you have left, but also your income, because your income's going to be based on how many of these are out there. There it is. See, I like doing little stuff like this for all the games that I got. Whatever helps keep track of stuff. So you probably got your city and maybe a few other things. Maybe one double. So there you go. Let's say you've got 5 out there, so you're definitely getting 5 before the expenses hit. And of course, I gotta make sure there's a way to keep track of expenses. So I've leftover wooden cubes from when I replaced the wooden cube set in Hyperborea. I had all the other wood cubes left over. So let's say you're paying for a garrison and captain and a couple companies. So net of 1. All the more reason to expand out your domain better. Also threw in some D8s. Like, you're supposed to keep track of you figure out your movement based on the lowest value of your company, plus your captain's bonus, plus horse cards if you have any. And this works as a good way to keep track of that. And you're going to need the better movement to get past mountains and other difficult terrain. I probably showed these off last time I featured it, but the 2 times I've gotten this game, I've had to make sure to paint the numbers to make them look visible. Otherwise, it's just a solid plastic, unpainted. Yeah, that's the thing about games. Sometimes you really like the game, But there's stuff that the game really freaking needs, and you just gotta put in the effort to make it happen. Like, first and foremost, card sleeves. After that, reference cards and other ways to track stuff that can be verified. Better tokens, or using tokens in place of a tracker, like frickin' New Angeles. You know. Oh, I just can't. I don't want money trackers. I want my actual money. It's physical things are right in front of me, you know. Yeah, one thing I'd like to do for this game that I was trying to find stuff for today was a first player marker that fits that fits well with the game. This is a very unexciting first player marker. Card with the name of the game and first player. I want like a figure of a mercenary from this time period. Or a coin from this time period. The coin might actually be a bit too expensive though. But something good for representing the first player for the game. One of the nice things about one of the expansions, little one-off expansions for Terraforming Mars was the rover. It's a three-dimensional thing. It looked cool. That's what I want out of my first player marker. I want it to look cool. And really stand out. The underrepresented TCG days are not going to be official anymore. I really want to get Flesh and Blood going. I really want to play with someone. I'm still thinking about doing the duel for this one. And I might just drop Ghostly Touch from the Dromai's equipment because I have yet to see anything between the other two decks that will actually set off Phantasm. Phantasm is if it's an attack that's blocked by a card that, well, it's being used as a defense, but if the attack side of it has at least 6 strength, then it closes the combat chain. I was messing with the 3 decks that I made out of Uprising, and pitting all 3 of them against each other and try to focus on maybe the lesser health, unless it seems like the person with more health was a bigger threat. Or no, it's the opposite. Focus on the bigger health, unless lesser seemed like a bigger threat. And Fi got knocked out first. Although Icelander wasn't in good shape, so Dromai had a very easy target to eliminate. Yeah. I do really like Flesh and Blood, and I just want to find people to play with. But most of them are going to be up in Springs. Which is why I'm glad there's games that I can play solo. I'll probably... I think after I do the Shadowverse duel, I might do this one next because it's got solo. I don't know. There are times I just kind of want to step back from having to worry about content creation and just maybe get to all the projects I've neglected for the years. Let's see this one. This is a project I was starting around the time I was also getting into VTubers. I was actually working on stuff while watching. And then it just got shoved to the side. It got buried. Blue, red, and white outfit with some rainbow colors to go with it. I don't think I'll have it ready by this Halloween, but maybe next year if I'm still interested in crossplay. Yeah, there's the other thing is just cutting off what I'm buying in general, costume stuff, games. I'm getting to the point where I'm alright with I just maybe only get expansions or whatever. I've got a lot of stuff to go through that I haven't done for content yet that I'm also possibly considering for the auction this year. The auction this year is going to be very fucking important. And I want to decide as carefully as possible what I'm willing to do without. There's barely any room for in my locker. I'm on the list for another locker if absolutely necessary. I can't guarantee that I'm going to get it in time. So I might just have to start cutting things down here. The games that I'm probably not playing on a Tuesday night that I don't want to hold on to for personal reasons. The kind of games that are going to be tough to teach. Kind of games that I don't know. See, I just really like collecting these board games because they're physical, they're real, I can pick them up, I can mess with them. I can read the rules, figure it out for myself. Kind of hard to do that with modern digital games. There's another shit show. Is everything happening with games getting taken offline, rendered unplayable. It's really unfortunate. I think that's why I've put greater emphasis on trying to build a board game collection. No one can take that away from me unless they break into my house or locker. At the same time, I'm trying to narrow down what is an essential representative of me in terms of the things that I have. It's like I'm gonna hold on to my 2 Doom board games, and StarCraft and Warcraft, because those are all important in my history of games. There's still a lot of stuff I'm just trying to sort through. And I think as soon as I can, maybe I have to write up a plan of, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do these things. but I also got to find the time in between work. And unfortunately, the time off in between work, I got to kind of rest and recover. And then go back to the game store anyway for League or other stuff. And then I just need to actually get motivated to get stuff done with whatever time I do have. So, alright, so to recap, more live streams. I've output for the channel is going to be very slow going. I'm going to take my time. I've been taking my time, and I know stuff has been spread out a bit, but I figure there's enough stuff to watch. And I just, I don't know. I will have a more thought out plan on what I'm going to do next, project wise. But really, who am I kidding? A lot of it's situational. Some things are just not going to be able to happen because things just go sideways out of nowhere. Next month's supposed to be really nuts for the game store. And then the rest of the year, we'll just have to see what happens from there. I feel like I'm just recording this for my own sake. Just to have someone to talk to about the content world. I'm still utterly bewildered by everything that has happened in the past 30 some odd hours. It's like, how the fuck? Yeah. Here's hoping that things can just take a turn for the positive for all of them. But for my sake, I need to focus on my stuff and get that done and get things organized and just make things better in my own world. So, you know what? That's what I gotta do. Thanks for watching. It's Pillar. See you next time.